This video is not going to be Disney World, no overpriced markets, and definitely not some giant lit up tower. Well, hold up. Let me just get a little bit closer. Okay, yeah, a little bit closer. That looks about right. Oh my. Okay. I couldn't help myself from getting the best view of Tokyo possible. But seriously, that's not what I want this video to be about. Every time I go to travel, it's about experiencing as much of the local culture as I possibly can. And that is my adventure. That doesn't have to be everybody's adventure, but the point is not to get sucked into the trap of top 10 best things to do in blah 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 city and blah 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 country. You will never see the side of the country that is actually interesting, that actually makes people want to live there and be there. And you'll never get to interact with locals, not in a genuine way. And I'm still getting to that point, but I've made a couple of friends already, and I hope that what I can show you here today can prove that traveling is supposed to be exciting. Every day something new. Get off the beaten path and explore the beautiful parts of the city. Like, look at this path that I found in Odaiba. Odaiba is a very typical spot to go, but I walked all the way around this place, and luckily I'm in a part of the season, late January, where there's very few tourists, so I got to actually experience this walkway for what it's meant to be, an amazing public works. And just look at that skyline I'm coming up on. Just absolutely beautiful. So we'll go in. I did a few things on this trip that I'd really like to share, and then I'll come back to this walkway and the river walk that took me to a pretty cool mall with an amazing museum in it in Odaiba. Alright, so here we are in Kasai Rinkai Park. It was way off the beaten path, but I had woken up way too early. I just couldn't sleep with all the excitement of being in a new city. So I get up and go to this little grocery mart. You'll see like 7-Elevens and Family Marts everywhere, but when you can find a grocery store that does not have an English name attached to it, you can find some very interesting things. Granted, what I did end up picking up, which was this coffee and like a weird Lunchable thing, you can find in many grocery stores. It was just that I wanted something small and simple that fit into my pocket, as you should not be eating on the train. And I'm showing off how cool it is to use Google Translate, the lens, just to read anything from anywhere. Yeah, so here's like a picture of what the mart kind of looked like, the Family Mart there. I love this photo because the kids going to school. These were nice. Like, this grocery store I found made everything in-house. And then off to this beautiful park. So it's like a seaside park. I believe it's right next to Disneyland, actually. As I said, I wasn't going to go. Like right next to it. Yeah, that building with the blue is Disneyland, which is so funny. But the park itself was amazing. It's meant for a lot of bird watching and a little bit of sea life education. Most of the things were closed this time of the season, but I just really enjoyed the views and walking around a park that was almost empty. A couple people running, a couple photographers, but really for the most part, I had the whole place to myself. My first day was insane. I took the bus or train quite a few times, but when I was exploring down here, I just started walking, to explore, to find new places. And I found this amazing botanical garden, just kind of scrolling through Google Maps. I can't really believe this was here. It was like so close to the park. It's in like a sporting complex, which is very interesting. But here I'll show you the area that it's kind of referencing, I guess. Pretty tropical plants, and it's very very cool. It was super warm in there, which I needed after walking outside all day in the cold weather. I forget what the temperature was, but it was not the best. Like the wind was coming off of the water pretty strong. First time here seeing bamboo. These flowers just can't help but catch your eye. I mean, at this time of the year, come on, I loved it. It was very good. Very fun. And because I know you're wondering, I did get quite wet walking through this cave tunnel thing. I don't know. And it was humid in there, so I didn't dry until I went outside. This was like a harbor. I can't see it very well from my photo, but these plants were wild. I like it a lot. A lot of places I wanted to see ended up being closed, but really kind of cool architecture and much more lived in part of Tokyo. Satan Hostel, where I was staying, was beautiful. But this was on my way, on my way back to Satan Hostel, which I love the location. It's just, you find a park like this, what are you going to do? You have to stop and enjoy the sights. Like, that's just incredible skyline. I really loved getting lost that day. 42,000 steps. That's insane. I haven't done numbers like that in a long time. I wanted to show you kind of what the main Tokyo station is like. And it was packed. I mean, busy for a Wednesday. But yeah, it was quite easy. I mean, transport everything from decent taxi to very cheap bus. You pay 210 yen just to get on, and you get off whenever you want to. And I believe it's 150 yen for every one USD, so it's like $1.50 to ride the bus wherever. Train is a little bit more expensive, but super fast and direct. But yeah, I really loved all of it. They even had the rideshare scooters and bikes. They call it Loop, L-U-U-P. So I got that app and used it a couple times. Really enjoyed that as well. I don't know, this Suica card was super nice as well. I had to go buy a physical one from the main station, the main Tokyo station. If you have an Apple phone, you're able to do the Apple Tap to do that, which I don't know why Google can't do it, but a lot of them have cool fixtures. I mean, it's just very neat that it's kind of moving and doing all this crazy stuff. Escalators everywhere for ease. Some are really, really cool as well. Like this one here is Shibuya Station. You're overlooking Shibuya Crossing right now. I had to see it because of Fast and Furious, of course, but it was very cool. I actually went and walked around it a little bit. I don't know. It's very enjoyable, and the taxi was surprisingly cool to take. Interesting to see it from that point of view. I did enjoy trying the bus, but I had to try them all because I'd feel unsatisfied if I didn't at least give them a go to see what I liked and didn't like. The buses were quite small, which sucked. Very hard to find a seat. I mean, it's hard to find a seat anywhere as a man because you want to let elderly, injured, then women sit. So, I don't know, it's kind of weird. Oh, but here's the proof of all the steps I took.
1, 2, 3, 4.
So, to end the night on my first day, I went to Akihabara, which is honestly just basically anime and electronics and I don't even know, Pokemon stuff was there. It's just a freaking crazy place. I mean, there was like girls dressed up like waifu trying to call me into certain, I don't even know if there were bars or stores or whatever, but it was quite strange. But there were a few things I found I really liked. So this, for example, is called Super Potato, and it is a retro gaming store that had so much. I mean, they had like 15 Nintendo 64s, which I've only seen, maybe one or two for sale in good old Wisconsin. So yeah, it was really cool just to kind of meander around for a little bit. I enjoyed, seeing games I know and ones that I couldn't read. And then I came to this bar. You could order some beer, and they handed you these games. So this is like a little handheld game, but they also had, Game Boy with a whole tray of games for me to play, and just many trinkets and some TV going on in the back. And then the other thing that I thought was cool was this Yokiharba Adaba. I know I'm saying this like a freaking idiot, but basically it's Yodobashi camera is what Akiba means. So Yodobashi camera, and it is 7 stories tall. The first 6 stories are everything from household needs to alcohol to electronics to phones to sound equipment to furniture to, like, I don't know, it was like Walmart but on steroids. It was insane. And then you go to floor 6 or 7, and then it is like a restaurant floor, and I believe there was one more above that. This was a very cool spot, Fukotoku Shrine. It is in the middle of I guess, work district or business district. Super tall buildings. Just a small little square with a garden and a shrine and that big red beautiful gate. This is when I decided to go to Odaiba. There was a few things near there that were closed I wanted to see, and I knew there was many other things that I was going to see. And I decided to start by exploring and checking it out. Loved it, really. Like this market, for instance, was only half open. I couldn't tell on Google if it was meant to be open at night or in the day, but that's just when I was going to be there. So I decided to go check it out, get a little bit of sightseeing in, and enjoyed it. Now it gets fun. We hit Small Worlds. It's not really a museum, more of an art piece. Just everything miniature everywhere. And I loved it. Like, they used magnets so well, both in that little ski race thing and the plane taking off. I just really loved it here. After that, I went and spotted some football. It was pretty cool there. And went and saw the Unicorn Gundam, which was cool enough to see. Okay, so check it out. Here I am at the Mirakan Museum of Modern Science. This was an incredible place. This sphere was a bunch of little LED panels. They had robots that reacted to, if you spoke Japanese, you could actually speak to a robot. The way that we can kind of speak to AI now. Some random quantum physics exhibits. I think I got him to follow me here. Actually, he's following. Yeah, there you go. That's wild, isn't it? I don't know. I think I know we know it all exists, but just cool to see in person. This was a simulation about being old and how long it takes to walk to the supermarket. It was in a whole exhibit about what it's like to age. And there was just many other cool ones, from saving the planet to going to space. And I just really enjoyed this here as well. And next, we're going to the Odaiba Retro Museum. Here we are, Retro Museum in Odaiba. This is a pachinko machine. So little balls need to go in there, holes that you can light up. I could not for the life of me do it on this video, but I did do it before. I swear it works. it was a lot of fun actually to see. They had a whole parlor of this. I should have taken my panorama of it, but very cool spot. And then the rest of the museum was also just incredible. Cars and mailboxes and police boxes and record shops. This bike I tried to sit on. Actually, I did sit on it, but I tried to with my phone. I just felt like I was going to tip it over, so I did not decide to do that. Um, Put my phone away and sat on it for just to have that experience for me. Then, like a retro karaoke bar is kind of cool. I'm sure it's not super accurate, but it's a little snapshot. It gives you kind of an idea of some of the golden age of Japan. The same way that many other countries have their golden age, and it's cool to see. And you could touch everything in here, which I loved. Like they didn't mind that you could touch anything and everything. It was really really cool. Like yeah, you're going through here, I messing with these things, messing with the volume. Yeah, I love it. It was a lot of fun. But yeah, it was really good. And honestly, this is the first 2 days I had. The night of day two, I'll show you in my second video. It ended up being so much more touristy than I was initially planning. But the whole goal of mine was just to adventure through the lesser seen parts of Tokyo. Everybody talked about Shibuya and Shinjuku and Asakusa, which I go to Asakusa at the end of this day. Uh, but I'll show you when I go through the video of those experiences how I turned it from being a tourist trap into making friends and meeting cool people and just trying to find the hidden gems. But yeah, learned how to travel, how to do public transport in Tokyo. Saw some of the most amazing views I could have ever asked for. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to leave you here with the Riverwalk. This is the end of that long pathway across Odaiba, and then there's a nice riverwalk with a beautiful setting at the darkened Tokyo with all the lights lit up, and I'm sure you'll love it. So hang out till the end, and yeah, give me a like, a comment. I don't know, just show me some love. I love to show this and keep a little diary of my travels. Alright, if you made it this far in the video, I know you're either a real one or you're my family, but either way I love you, so thank you. I'm going to ask you a question to prove that you've been here. Just tell me more B-roll or less B-roll, and I'd be very happy. Appreciate you again for watching to the end, and see you on the next one.